I know you've already heard about the perfumes Matcha Soft Serve and Strawberry Mochi from Denam, specifically this Chapter 2 Memories of Japan sample set, but I want to talk about the whole sample set because I feel like a lot of you are missing the other scents and how beautifully curated this is. Denam is a Vietnamese brand. When you open the carton, it is very much like a matchbox. These are the fragrances. Normally they are flipped the correct way, but I was excited and tore through them like a wild panther. Something I also want to highlight is that it comes with a printout that has every scent along with an image and a haiku and the notes. It's incredibly thoughtful. Every single touch about this fragrance line feels so thought out and deeply emotional. They also highlight the creative director, the haiku curator, and the perfumer, which I feel like a lot of brands kind of separate themselves from their perfumers. They almost want you to see the fragrance as this entity that just exists in the brand, not that someone else possibly made it. So I kind of love to see that. Another thing to mention, they come with blotters, and the blotters are normally connected, but I already smelled through the whole scent, have the names, which this isn't the first brand to do this. It won't be the last, hopefully, but I find it really, really enjoyable. I don't have to look at my own awful handwriting. Let's go through the scents. First up, I told you already, we've talked about Matcha Soft Serve. This is a matcha milk waffle cone vanilla scent. It is incredibly green and grassy, almost hay-like in the opening. It's very realistic matcha, but for my Taurus gourmand loving self, I was a bit scared. On the dry down though, it gets very creamy and soft and almost pillowy. It's beautiful, but something that I personally wouldn't want to own a full bottle of just because I wouldn't want to have to work my way through the top. I know that matcha is an incredibly almost ceremonious, richly historical type of meditative drink that is also used in rituals, I believe. But the flavor profile is not for me, alas. So that one is not my favorite, but I see why a lot of people like it. Next, we have strawberry mochi, which is beautiful, but I thought it would be like a creamy strawberry, maybe with like a rice note. In fact, though, I get mostly the red bean paste along with the glutinous rice note. I don't smell personally much strawberry, but I do find it to have a bit of sweetness that makes it interesting. Although I myself am not much of a savory fragrance person, I can appreciate them, but this is why I often have trouble with rice notes. I think that if you like rice, if you like mochi, you might be interested in this, but if you're looking for the strawberry part, you're not going to find a lot of that here. It is in there, but you have to really be looking for the mochi part of the fragrance. Those two are definitely the most savory to my nose in this scent. So let's talk about the others. There's also one called Moonlight Samurai that has a sake and a steel sword accord. It's this leathery but not intimidating or dense leather. It's very approachable. It doesn't feel terrifying. I find leathers to be really hard and formidable to go up against. I often run from them, but this one, even though the name makes you think it might be hard or inaccessible, I find it really easy to like. It is a bit more masculine leaning than my nose personally would love to smell daily. So it's one that I will admire from afar. My favorite in the collection is Tokyo Nights, and it's got this stunning plum wine note in it, along with tobacco and amber and smoke. And I think it's so beautiful. I am so shocked that this one is not being raved about. So I'll have to do that for you. It's romantic, but it feels almost like a secretive but not secret romance. It feels like dusk. It feels like enticing, but not in a seductive, alluring way. Just in you're drawn to it. It's magnetic. I love it. I think it's so stunning. I want a full bottle of it. I would wear it 6 out of 7 days of the week. Sakura Snow is one of their probably 2 skin scents, in my opinion, in this collection. It has cherry blossom, snow, solar notes, juniper berry, and white musk. The very pillowy white musk scent. It's not a warm skin scent. It's not a cold snow scent, but it is an enveloping one, very soft, and the cherry blossom is quite lovely in there. But it does have solar, like like it lists a bit of solarness, which again isn't my favorite. So I can appreciate it, but it's not specifically to my taste, but not one I would turn my nose up at. I would definitely wear. Kimono is the other skin scent. This is a very like powdery, lipsticky type of situation with rice flour and silk. It also has magnolia. And I think you definitely have to like a lipstick note, which is again one that I don't love, but actually I think this is a lot more wearable than a lot of other ones. It's really well blended. The rice note in there definitely sings along with the lipstick. It's almost like a powdery lipstick rice, like if a lipstick was rice scented lightly though. Forgive me, I think it's Arashima, is a bamboo leaves, rain, fresh grass, violet, bamboo, wood scent. And this is so stunning, so beautiful and atmospheric. I would like a travel size of this so I can come back to it and almost want to weep. It's beautiful. A lot of petrichors are wet grass and gravel and dirt. They're kind of moist but thick and dense and downwardly scented, if that makes sense. This is uplifting and airy, like dappled light. It is like moisture surged woods. It's not a thick forest like a pine or a cedar. The bamboo is airy and oh, it's so pretty. It's such a pretty one. Really unique, really, really stunning. And then there is Hinoki Meditation, which is probably my other favorite scent in this. It feels effervescent, but from the notes, it doesn't sound like it would be. It's Hinoki, cypress, forest leaves, incense, spices, Japanese cedar, and sandalwood. Gosh, it feels special. It feels so special and emotional. Really emotional for me. It's woody, but it's uplifting. To me, it almost gives the effervescence of like a Sprite, like a soda, which sounds so strange, but that's how I feel about it. It feels sparkling. I love it. It's bright, uplifting, and effervescent, but woody, and the hintiest hint of spice. It's so interesting and beautiful. It's almost like grounding without being heavy. It's like fun grounding, lighthearted, walking with the earth. I don't know. I sound crazy. Last but not least, there's Japanese whiskey, which is whiskey, Mizunara oak, malted barley, clary, sage, sandalwood, and chestnut. I always have a hard time with sage, but I actually don't in this one. This is going to sound like I don't like it, but it smells like the glue on envelopes to me, but not in a gross way, in like a nostalgic writing letters to people you love kind of way. Does definitely have a alcohol, booze, spirit kind of vibe to it, but not like a dark, deep one or like overly boozy. It's just really pretty. It's really pretty. And the chestnut in there is like a lovely touch. I just really enjoy it. So that is the whole sample set. Danam Chapter 2, Memories of Japan. I love it. I love it. It feels special, treasured, and like memories captured. That's the absolute perfect name for it. I think it's stunning and beautiful. I would highly recommend picking this up, trying all of the scents and not just matcha soft serve and strawberry mochi, because there's some really special other ones in here as well.